So one of these test tubes, you're gonna fill up to 10 milliliters.
No, that one's right there. Where they at?
There's one right there.
Oh, I can't see it, but okay. You don't want to just get it. You want to spread it out.
BWISE is the Bay Watershed and Science Education project through NOAA, and it's a project that allowed for teacher professional development and student experiences when it comes to meaningful watershed educational experiences. Those are experiences that have students developing action projects based on what they see are issues with the environment related to the James River and then ultimately the Chesapeake Bay.
Make sure it's even.
You know, in the first year, we were able to take all of our students that were participating to Maymont, and it was a great day at Maymont, you know, doing water quality studies, you know, looking for macroinvertebrates, you know, lots of great science studies. But, you know, we're resilient in Henrico County.
So this year was unlike any other. We had to go back to the drawing board and see, one, can we do a meaningful watershed educational experience with students remaining virtual? And if we can, how do we do that?
So you saw us in your team meetings, and we just kind of went over, you know, what BWISE is about, like watershed. So we learned that watershed is an area of land that holds water and kind of drains out.
And so this year, we still have our outreaches from our partners. We're not, you know, traveling to Maymont and driving down there. The students that are here with us in school are actually doing the field work that are near their schoolyard. And the students that are home are getting a great experience too, because we've been able to tap into some technology, you know, in the spirit of Henrico innovation.
So it creates a really nice environment for our macros. Anybody else have a question?
Yeah.
And be able to, you know, connect to the students that are at home so they feel like they have that same experience.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into the water testing.
So overall, students started with an outreach. This is where the partners streamed virtually into the classroom, and we did chemical water quality testing.
Now we are ready for our tablets.
We show them how to see if water is good quality, how to see if it's poor quality, and we do this with biotic and abiotic water quality testing.
We are going to take our test tube and put it in this blank area in between our pH colors.
It's like closer to 7.
So go ahead and record your pH.
After the outreach, we do a field experience. On campus really brings home that this is the watershed right out their door. So biotic testing is where we use the leaf packets.
It takes a lot of guts to be able to go through this with your hands.
And this is where our students that were in person literally got their hands dirty.
Oh, I found one. It's right here and it's crawling. It's scaring me.
You could see that they were enjoying it by their smiling eyes.
Ew, he was just crawling all over my head.
Once the students, you know, start to see nature and they're thinking about, you know, the questions that are coming up in their mind, they're all in when it comes to thinking about nature and investigating nature.
And they would dig through the leaf packet and find different organisms like a damselfly, and then that would tell us, is this water healthy or not?
So, come here.
Finally, the students would decide on an action project to do at their school. We saw students do trash pickups. We saw students installing rain gardens and conservation gardens to help reduce erosion.
And they're really thoughtful about what they're doing. They're using native species of plants when they do this work. So it's not just, you know, what looks good, it's what is native to Virginia and native to this area.
So the grant started 3 years ago, and we started working with 4 schools. Then each year we've added 4 more schools, and now we're in our 3rd and final year. So thanks to a grant from NOAA, we've been able to execute meaningful watershed educational experiences with all 12 middle schools this year. and worked with 4,000 sixth grade students.
It's really been an amazing journey over the last 3 years, and we look forward to continuing it in Henrico County.